what did you see when you saw that picture? You saw what you believe to be a Mexican. Where do you think he came from? You probably thought he came from Mexico, that he's real fluent in Spanish, and that he may be illegal. Or where do you even think he can achieve? I mean, if he didn't have on that UNI sweat jacket, you would probably assume that he wouldn't be no more than an assembly worker somewhere at a factory, when really he's more than that. From being exposed to a certain assignment in class, it made me realize that. I'm pretty sure you guys can recall the assignment where April showed us a triangle. And when she showed us a triangle, well, a picture of a triangle, we all thought that it was a triangle. But when she shifted how the picture looked, it was something completely different. And essentially she changed our whole perception about how we viewed that triangle. And her whole goal was to try to get us to think outside of the box. And I can say that I usually don't really think outside of the box. I kind of always go, I kind of make a decision or look at things based off of what I already know. Like I can say when I lived in Chicago, it was basically all black people. Like I rarely saw white people on the side of town that I lived in. And when I went up north, which is where you see a lot of white people, you can kind of say, well, I used to assume that, okay, that white people were stuck up, or I can say like upper class, you know, things like that. But then when I moved here, completely different ordeal. And what can you think about when you hear 14 white girls, 1 black girl in one room, in one small room? You think of, okay, that situation, you know, would be awkward. The black person would feel, you know, lonely and outcast, and the whole environment itself would just be intimidating. Well, I was that black girl that had to be put in a situation where I was around a bunch of people that were white, and I didn't know them. Well, I knew 2 of the, you know, 14 girls that were there. And I looked at that situation and I thought about some things that I had collected. And the 2 things that are relatable to the situation is the purple bracelet and the graduation ring. And the graduation ring represents risk, and the friendship bracelet represents, you know, friendship, socializing. And the people who I got all these things from, I didn't even know. And when I walked into that room with all those people that I didn't know, I saw that opportunity as a time to, you know, bond with people that I didn't know, a time to socialize, a time to meet different people. And that whole situation was a risk because, like, I didn't know what to expect. And when I walked through that door, it could have been, you know, awkward, a dead silence, oh my gosh, it's a black person, let's not say anything kind of situation. But it wasn't. It was the complete opposite. Everybody was friendly. People were introducing themselves and things like that. And initially when you would see a situation like that, all you can think about, you know, is how awkward it would be. But it wasn't. I was vulnerable to, you know, change. And I'm glad I made myself vulnerable to actually have to experience, you know, a situation. If we change the way we view things, we can change the world we live in.
Sí se puede.
Yes, we can.
Sí se puede.
Yes, we can.